Welcome back to this second part in the series of videos explaining the name and nature of the star Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky. A special warm welcome to new viewers. My name is Hugh Evans. I am author of The Origin of the Zodiac and The Origin of Time, and I will be using the same methodology that I used in my books to analyse and interpret the name Sirius for you today. So in the last video, I'll provide a link in the description below or somewhere up above there. We looked at the word dog, and we analysed the origins. It is not of uncertain origin. There it says by the red arrow. We found out that the word dog is from the Cymraeg or Welsh language, and it means a share or a dividend, and applied to a societal or agricultural setting, the dog is the share or partner of the farmer or the herdsman. And here we had some other words for dog. Key is a dog, and it has a second meaning as a holdfast, because this is a characteristic of a dog. And also important are kun, which is foremost part, and again this is the nature of the role of the dog with the human in the ancient setting. Kunna, to follow dogs. I'd also like to give a shout out to Pendrake7, who put a comment on the last video. Dog is a compound of d and og. D is an iterative or frequentive force prefix, so that means something, it implies that something is happening continuously or habitually. It is also the middle voice in verbs, so that's equivalent to you, your, thy, thine. Og means that is full of motion, and combined that would make dog literally meaning that which is continuously or habitually full of movement, apt to expand, full of life. And this is a good description of the star Sirius. It is the fastest visible star in the night sky and the most interactive with our sun. And as we go through this video series, we'll investigate what that means to people viewing Sirius from Earth. So I would like to add another reference here at the bottom. K is a prefix that is used to denote a mutual act or effect. So that is similar to how we would think of co in English today, cooperative, words like that, or coordinate. So in the Cymraeg Welsh language, k has the same effect, and that is why it is applied to the dog, because again this reflects the role of the dog as having a mutual effect with humans. And so I have summarised those thoughts here. Dog, share partner, full of motion. Key, dog, hold fast. Kunna, kun, foremost part. K, mutual effect, couple. And of course this gives us the origin of the word canis in Latin, which means dog, and we get canine in English from this. And also Sirius's Latin name from its constellation Alpha Canis Major, and it also determines the name of the constellation. So let's look at the Latin and Greek names for Sirius. In Latin it is called Sirius, that's where we get the name from in English. Let's look at that in a little bit more detail. So the Latin is actually made up of smaller words, not in Latin, but from Welsh we have S, which is a star, and you can see again there is an excerpt from the dictionary just to show you all my work is repeatable. I give all my links to my sources. Cy, mutual effect couple. Rhi, Sir Rhi is foremost chief, and again we have Cyn, the dog. The Latins would pronounce CY as S, not K. So that is the origin of the Latin word Sirius. Let's have a look at the Greek word for Sirius, which was Serios, and we have the same components, ser, ke, chri, but also important words are Sergio, to harness, and serio, to sparkle. And no doubt these different layers of complexity and meaning were important in the naming of the star, just as we saw with dog had several meanings which were both appropriate. So does the name Sirius and Serios. In fact, the star Sirius is so important, it has more names than any other star. Most stars are not named. Many stars are only identified by their Latin prefix in their constellations. Some stars actually have names, but Sirius has a wide variety of names. Sirius is the foremost partner, held fast couple to our Sun. And in the next video I will be looking at the colour of Sirius. In great antiquity it was recounted as being red, but now if you go outside it is blue. How does a star change from red to blue? Thank you for watching. See you next time.